So that guy is an imposter. He's not even supposed to be in that position. You know, when Akhenaten, right, when he usurped being Pharaoh, he still technically was Pharaoh. So even all the wrong that Akhenaten did, like betraying the divine and, you know, being the first one to create monotheism, he still was the Pharaoh. So he still had to be respected because the divine always respects hierarchy. You know, that's how the divine behaves. So, you know, we should respect that too, right? But this person has no hierarchy. He has no position because he's not who he says he is on no level. You understand what I'm saying? He's not a high priest. And I know this for a fact because if you do a reading on him, you'll see that he doesn't register as a priest or a high priest. He's just a sorcerer. And for those who don't understand the concept of a sorcerer, according to the African tradition way, right? Not the Western way, a sorcerer is just a person who doesn't utilize their ancestors and their divine to do spiritual work. They do spiritual work for mundane purposes, for selfish purposes, for wicked purposes. You understand? That's a sorcerer. That's what he is. You understand? So it's all caps. So the things that he says that he can do for you, he can't do. He's lying. He's sending you to destruction. You understand? He's not a Dogon because he's not preserving anything. He's not preserving. He doesn't care about preserving the tradition. He's a Western-minded African who comes over here, who saw opportunity to come over here to use this knowledge. And yes, he's very knowledgeable. He is very smart person, but he's not wise. And I'm going to tell you why. Because he never saw me coming. That's why. A person who can read, who can see into the future, he didn't see me coming. You understand? Because he was blinded by his arrogance and his narcissism. You understand? So a person like this is very dangerous spiritually. You understand? One of the reasons why he came over here is for jealousy, to stop people who have spiritual gifts and who have spiritual responsibilities from doing what they need to do. He's jealous of this. And I'm not going to sit here and have a person, right, you know, all that we've been through from the transatlantic slave trade, 423 years, okay? No one has tried to redeem none of our ancestors in the slave trade that died all type of horrible different ways, right? And this person says, oh, I can do this and I can do that. He can't do anything. You know, he's going to lie to you. He just wants fame, fortune, money, and his ego appeased, which would never, ever, ever happen. You understand? He's not the son of the Macaru. And I'm going to tell you why. And it's tricky, right? So the concept is, right, you know, the Gamanche, where they come from, right, is that your father, which is your bloodline, right, is his brothers, all his brothers are your father too, spiritually, metaphysically, right? So he's the nephew of the Macaru, but he's saying that he's the son. But you have to understand, we don't understand that concept over here in the West. Now, I understand that concept because I went through the initiatory part of that. You know, I read the books and the magazines, but if you haven't read the books and magazines, you don't understand that concept, and some don't agree to that concept. So when you're telling people that you're the son of the Macaru, you're lying. You're being dishonest. That's dishonesty, right? Even though it's truth in that, it still lies because, you know, it's a concept that only you understand and other people don't. It's dishonest. So all these things, man, and there's a lot more other things. It's just with this person who runs the EC. When the leader is crooked, the whole thing is just lost. These people are just all his disciples are just brainwashed. They all fanboys, not even real disciples. They fanboys because who his father was and where he comes from. You know what I'm saying? That's not good enough for us. If we've been through too much spiritually, we don't we don't care who your father was and all this. We care about what type of person you are, what work you're doing. Are you resisting evil? Because the Makaru said a good person is not good according to how many times he does good, but how many times he resists evil. And this person, he takes in evil a whole lot, if you know this person. So I have to make these videos, man. I have to let people know what's going on. And hey, I'm the only one doing it, but hey, it has to be done. Because I know, and then I don't want people to get spiritually sniped. You know, this person, you know, it's not like they just throwing rocks and hiding their hands. This person is spiritually sniping innocent people because he's jealous and wicked. You understand? And he's a bully because he's taking advantage of you because you don't know what's going on spiritually. You don't know how to fight spiritually. But some of us don't. You know what I'm saying? Not all of us don't. You understand what I'm saying? So don't fall for it, man. We have to be more mindful. We have to be more objective in everything. We have to see everything for what it is, not what we want it to be. Because that's how I was. I wanted to see what it, you know. It was like, oh, this is where all the real knowledge is. If this ain't right, then I don't know what I would do. You know, that's emotional, man. See, these are the concepts of real emotionalism and spirituality, not from what they talking about. When they talking about non-emotionalism, they talking about their narcissism and their self-importance. That's being non-emotional to them, which is very, very emotional. Narcissism. You understand what I'm saying? That's all what that is, you know? So, I'm going to hit y'all back probably with one more video, and we're going to call it a day. We're going to just end this, but like I said, I have to clear the air. I have to tell people what's really going on. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. It is real.